All right. Hey, Aries, the birds is out. Now, I don't know if I said anything about the birds that I met today. Waiting in my hallway, I had 3 birds out there. I don't know if it was on this channel, but they did find their way out. Well, anyway, they found their way to their big mama. Now, let me see what's coming out these cards for y'all. All right. Now, how y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there in Cray Cray Land? Now, what's this? It looks like a celebration. You might have a choice. Now, I don't know. I'm looking at 2 contradictory energies showing up here, and I paid attention to it because it stopped like that. Now, something's in the making. Yeah, something's in the making in regards to something that you may be feeling a little depressed about. Let me see. Yeah, you see some communication is coming in. You see the change, the world card showing up there. And communication. That could be job, relationship, belief. Something that's clearing up. Confirmation. And there's the chariot, the messenger, moving you forward. Now, it could be something to come pick you up. I don't know. Sometimes that's a card. I'm getting a pick you upper. Yeah, look at temperance. Now you got temperance as well as the high priestess with the truth showing up here. All these together. Now, it got something to do with the 3rd house. 37 is here. Let's see what 37 say. 37 too? Or do we? Okay, let's do both of them. Now, this message might change. So just take the resonates, leave the rest. Anything that I say, it does apply for somebody. Alright? Even if the situation might change itself up. Let's see. I said 37 and then 37 too because it made me pay attention to that. And what's this? 22. Even though I ain't pulled from them yet. Well, hold on. Let me not jump ahead. Now you got independent. Try it yourself. Try it yourself. In regards to involving other people, I see you might be discussing something with somebody else. Yeah. Let me see. Now, there is something in your life that you could do on your own. You're being given confidence from your angels. Use it. Now, today we do have I think it's retrograde in Leo. I don't know. It's something in Leo. Today. I remember 18. Now, it says, think of where you may have become unnecessarily dependent on others for help. And start trying it on your own. Now, I don't know. Why the hell would that be for an Aries? Why would that be for you, boo? Now, maybe you need to tell somebody else that. Because I don't ever recall a time in my life when I necessarily needed anybody to do something for me. I'm very independent. I always want to do things for myself. I have a problem seeking out help. And I don't know if that comes from abandonment issues or what. I guess confirmation. Yeah. I find it hard to depend on people. I don't know if it's being let down so damn much or what. And right next to it is career, which is crazy. Maybe look at that. And it's just making me pay attention to all the words on here. Resources, independent, career, give back, a reassurance, stay involved, wishes made, look ahead. It really does apply to everything that I see in the cards. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what 37 2 is. 372. Now, that could be somebody's address. Don't have to be. How about if it was? I bet you'll be like, oh my God, spirit. You'll be like, oh my God. I know your mouth wide open. Now this is telling you to recharge, tune out others' energies. It's something. I don't know. Tune out others' energy. And again, it's telling you to rely on yourself. Now you can absorb the energy around you more easily than others. So you need to take time to recharge. I'm talking to some empaths here. Now it's so crazy that I was just looking up, because I was thinking about doing some readings for my other channel, and I do understand that Aries and Libra, they're South Node and North Node energy, and each an air sign is the opposition to the every other fire sign. I had to look it up, but I was like, because sometimes I'm not in tune with everything. I'm still learning. I think I started reading tarot in like 2021, I want to say. And this is an ever-evolving process. Because I be more focused on, what's going on with my own individual sign. But it made me think about that. Because I did a reading, I think by accident, because I mentioned, I was doing earth signs. And I mentioned water signs in it, so I combined them two together. Not really fully understanding that they're the opposition to one another as well. It got to be. Where else would the other signs go to, right? So I think I'm going to do those together again. But also with that intention. And I think it's something very important that you need to recognize in regards to Libra energy. Because that's your opposition. And remember that Aries is the baby, the brat. We want our way. We're going to do things on our way. But you need to have a balanced energy. And a lot of times, with the loving heart, even though we're a little brat, we do have a loving nature about ourselves. We want things to be fair. And you have to understand which one of the energies that you operate in more, you're operating more in. You know what I'm saying? Because I think when we're in our shadow side, we become martyrs. You stand up for the underdog. But sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. Yeah, I would just remember myself. If I see somebody getting picked on, I would kick somebody's butt for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially the people that I love. Yeah, I was a little fighter. Now, yeah, I feel people pain. Now, the thoughts and the feelings others give out are constantly being picked up by you. Now, this is telling you to take time alone today to daydream, journal, or enjoy a creative pursuit. Something that you need to do independently. Now, of course, I always say that relationship that you have with Source, your higher self, that it showed up with Temperance and the High Priestess, as well as the Chariot. Your mental, your throat chakra, all this up here, the way you see something. Yeah, look at what's behind there. Damn. And that's your energy. Mars. Alright? That's it. Because it could be a lot of people energy around you. That may be a little toxic. Or even, interfering with what you really need to do. Prioritize. Alright, listen. I don't know. Could be something else. Now, I want to say that you're in good energy. I like the High Priestess and all that was showing up. Temperance energy. Tempering the mind. Understanding what's your energy. Yeah. Because the third house is relevant. And I do see you moving on. Okay. Now, this could be some type of new beginning because 3 and 7 is 10. Yeah. Your chariot of weight. Yeah, you overcoming some type of obstacle. Mm-hmm. Standing in your truth. Not to mention that this is Libra energy. You know, this is Libra. We see that right there. I don't know what that is, though. I gotta figure it out. I gotta find those little cards. I don't know. I know I could look it up, but I don't feel like it. Alright, let me see. Let's see what house we talking about. Let's see what house we talk about. I'm rambling. Yeah, the 8th house is here. And we're going to take this one and this one. See, it's Pisces energy right here. You know, representing the empath energy. Water, emotions. The 8th house is going to be on this card over here. The mystery, you know. Other people. Relationships. Loss. You know. Intimate acts. Inheritance. You could inherit other people's behavior. Product of your environment. This is 14. Moving on from this energy. This discomfort. You know? Yeah, see? 13. Spirit said exit right, exit stage left. Look at the 4 sticking out, your energy. Ooh, 555, 50. Introspection. Something's in transit. You see the Cancer? Look at that. Heart on the outside. I was just talking about all that. But this is what's showing up. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 10. Peek this head out. Let me see. Connect with your emotions, boo. You know, it's always a war on the mental. Stand in your truth. Don't back down. I ain't telling you to fight. That's definitely not what I'm telling you to do. You know, use your intellect, your wisdom, your best judgment. Sometimes you gotta operate in Libra energy. Alright? Be fair. We don't want to get no karma. Bad karma. Anyway. Now let me see. Let's pull from here. Look at the 14 sticking out. With caring connections. And I think it's really emphasis on the 14, the temperance energy. Yeah, look at you. With the lady holding her heart. 44, North Node energy and journey. I see some escape. I see you getting over some type of bridge. I see the balance with the number 2. Now, we got a lot of cards peeking out, but I don't want to look at them. I don't want to look at them. Look at the thinking man. And the goddess of the moon. Now, the man, remember, the man always represents the body, the physical realm. The goddess of the moon represents, the feminine energy. She always represents the thought, the mind. And I see you walking away. And we seen the 27 sticking out. And there you go. It came out. Now, you could definitely be seeing 777. Now, there's something going on with this right here as well. 6th chakra. The way you see something. The crown. The third eye. Yeah. 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 With the thinking man. Now, 14 here, 27 here. And 14, we done seen that a couple of times, which is giving me temperance energy. It's also giving me expansion, Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. You know, that's the only grown one in the whole deck. The zodiac sign. So I like it. Let me see. That's why she's temperance energy. Temperance is Sagittarius. Alright, let me see. And came right back out. Emphasis on that. And we have the 144 frequency showing up here. 14 and 40. And the goddess of the moon is at the bottom of the deck. Now she's all about Akashic records and stuff like that right there. Ideals. Creativity. There was a little emphasis in regards to that. You know? And then, damn, somebody gonna be on the front page? It's right there. And the heart is right there. The fourth one is right there. The next card. Second chakra, individuality. Yeah, something you need to do by your daggone self. Something. Let me see. Second house, individuality. Second chakra. Second house. Let me see. 52. Let's see what this card is talking about. And this card shows an eternal spirit holding a bright, reflective moon. And I said something in regards to the day. Something in the moon. Something's going on in astrology in regards to the day. I forgot what it was. Now, standing in front of a crystal clear waters of sparkling waterfall. You see the Pisces right here. Her arms are stretched. And sometimes you need water to calm all that fire within you. Receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from the soul's point of view. Receiving this card upright tells you, and it's upright, receiving this card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. I'm telling you, the download should be popping. Now, they could be telling you to walk away from the situation, to move, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane with this card. Now, let me see. The goddess of the moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work, and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour chakra jump. Or you might have an idea of a great invention, stock investment, spellbinding novel, all kinds of crap. But it do look like you're going to get it, because this is the truth. And you can believe whatever these messages that is coming your way, because this is a messenger. And remember, we're seeing the angel. Yeah. Something is going to tell you something. You might avoid something. Pay attention to traffic and stuff like that right there. Please do, because this is a car. Big trucks, cars, because this is made out of steel. Yeah. All right. Alright, y'all. I ain't trying to scare you, but I'm just saying. Alright. Now we got some type of caring connect. I don't know. It feel like you're walking away from something. And remember, this caring connection doesn't necessarily have to be, with an intimate partner. But just somebody that you find out you may have had fun with. Yeah. And it'll be anybody. You may have outgrown it. Alright? Yeah. Or, this could be somebody outside of you too. You might not want to involve yourself in it. It could be that. because this is the community card. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Let's try to figure it out. Yeah. Somebody else might have to do something on their own. They see the dice and across the bear. And look what's showing up here. 33 and 39. 36 and 39, I'm sorry. But we do have 33 in here. Master Teacher. We also have Yin Yang energy in here, which is Cancer. And we got a 3 over here. So 333, you could definitely be saying that. You know what I'm saying? But you do have a universal energy that's showing up here as well. With the 639. And sometimes on a it's like sacrificial numbers. They always use that. I'm looking at the cross. Now this card do suggest that one needs baggage to move away. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. There's a new beginning. The Garden of the Gate. Let me see what that walkaway is. I'm going to read it out. Is it this one? The moon. Somebody else's energy. Oh, feminine energy. 32. And see the secret book, the diary. Now this is your Akashic record because it's a diary. 10 of Pentacles. And a 3. Look, you got the goddamn key to the diary. Something 26 to 27. The spirit made me pay attention to that. You about to get the key. Why am I whispering? It's a secret. Ooh, move in silence. Let me see. Now it has shifted all the way from somewhere to somewhere else. Let me see. Remember everything that I'm talking about. Because sometimes it go off on a tangent, but it be making sense to some of y'all out there. Alright? Listen. I want you to pay attention to your emotions, though. Because the moon is here, and the 8th house is here, with the 8 right there. And it's the 8 of Cups. It's a choice. Yeah. And I think that ideal is coming to you because this is 32 and this is 33. And it's introspection with the 12th house. I don't know. You're going to get a gut feeling because it's cups. Let me see. Yeah. You about to get it. Look at a star. A wish. Something granted. Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm getting all excited and stuff. Something gonna dawn on you. Because when it dawned on me that, the contradictory signs to each other. I do see something in regards to, when the two signs actually come to a head, that union between the South Node and the North Node. It's a completion. It's the rebirth. This is what we're all trying to attain at this time. For those two opposite energies to come into balance. Sister Myra Moses, if you know anything about her, she explains it, phenomenally. You can just put her in YouTube, Sister Myra Moses. She on somebody's platform, and she'll explain it. Oh my God! You can even look at on Brother Rush channel. Not to say that I agree with everybody on the channel, but this anyway. Let me see. It looks like you, and this is South Node energy. And damn, look what stayed on the table. The ring. The crown, the ruby. Alright, let me see. What cards do you want me to pull? Alright, I know what I want to pull from the Starseed cards today. Let me see. Where are they? Where are you? Where they at, Spirit? Let me see. Oh, I said I wanted to read what that walking away was. I just want to see if I can, even though it might not be exactly what's going on, it do help me pull from something. Now I think this part one you should see. And it says you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. With the inner earth. Yeah, that's Mars. I just got a feeling it is. It just looked like it, don't it? The great serving. Mars energy. Man. Conflict softening to love. We're seeing the tower, and Mars energy, the discomfort. I'm just looking at all those auras back there. And it's also giving me total recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Confirmation. Because Total Recall was all about, the age of Aquarius. You might want to go look at that. It was pretty cotton picking good. Now, Soul Memories Gifts, you've done this before with the Lost Lands. Yeah. Now, let me read out this, but I want to read out all of them for you. All of them. All of them, because it's for all of us. Listen, let me see. What the book look like, Spirit? When I'm looking for walk away, and I'm looking for, I got the book. Where is that? Oh man. Hold on, let me pause till I find it. All right. Now I did turn. When I turned it, I turned right to page 18, which was anxiety. And you might be feeling a little anxiety, because it all could just be, again, you absorbing other people's energy. Now it says this card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty unknown future. This card upright, and we see, discomfort, misty unknown with Mars and all this stuff that's going on with the great servant. Now it says this card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with. Perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be exciting, but you're now ready to look at your options on an open road ahead. Right here with the Chariot. Open road. Look at him, looking straight forward to something. Now you might have to take a chance on yourself and do this because the dice is here. You know, it's associated with a court card. 39, the third house, the 9, the transition. Yeah. And I said, something you might have outgrown over here. And it said you'll survive this, boo. It's giving me coolie high. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Now it says this card is indicated that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, a false belief. And remember, it could be all those things if you ain't in a relationship. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's the inner or outer world. And it says inner earth right here, so maybe it got something to do with that. That's why we're going to read them. Now, whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and the resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. All right? And you getting the key. Now, we got a car, a key. You could be getting a new car, a new key to a car, a new key to a house, or a new key to your mind or your heart. Now, let's see. Something. I'm liking this. Yeah? I'm liking it. Let me see. What inner earth is it? Inner earth. 80. The 8th house. 80. Right here on the 8th house. Let me see. Now, inner earth, also known as Agartha, is to believe to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, we got the lost lands over here in this card, such as Lemurian, Atlantis, and Arivarta, went there. I don't know. Now it said the Hindu and the Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Now this is really just giving me something in regards to what is it called? The Grand Canyon. I don't know why it's very relevant because it looked like this right here. Now, of course, we ain't granted access into that, but something going on with it, with these lost lands. Now, some of y'all tapped in just as well as me. Listen, you got any ideas? Put it in the comment for the rest of us. Your girl don't know what everything now. Listen. Now, it just really just made me think about that. Don't you feel like the freaking Grand Canyon? Hey, look at all that. Just like it. All them caves and stuff right there. All them entrances and stuff like that. Let me put it up closer so you can see it. You see it? Now, let me see. Now, it's, the Hindu, the Celtic lore mentioned caves and entrances to underground worlds. The Buddhism referred to as secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Now, it says many have searched for the inner earth in the physical world, but without success. I'm telling you, it's that Grand Canyon. Got something to do with it. And so the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problems, and situations, resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Like this different route. Something I don't know. You never know where you might wind up. Now it's making me think about, and of course I don't celebrate holidays or anything like this, but I had a friend, she was an Aries. Very, very, very two different individuals indeed. I don't know if she was Aries or not. I don't even remember when her birthday was. I just know that we both Aries. But very different. But she said, Shelly, I want to show you something. And I didn't know where she was taking me. And it wasn't Christmas at the time, but I think I did celebrate Christmas at this time because I was maybe in my 20s. And she took me down, we was in Florida at the time, and she took me down the street. And I'm telling you, it was like in a suburban area. And, because we was living in the projects at the time. And, when I tell you, I have never in my life seen nothing like, I'm talking about, it was so different. I'm talking about so many, I'm talking about, it was so lit. It was like a wonderland. And I was like, oh my God. And it's really just giving me these lost lands. I don't know what we about to come up on. Something. I don't know. But it just made me think about that. I don't think I ever told y'all that story. I mean, I have never in my life seen anything like that right there. And it just kept going and going and going and going. It's like no house was untouched. And it wasn't like it was overdone, but it was just like everybody was complimenting each other, design. It was so beautiful, y'all. It was beautiful. It was just lit, like Emerald City. Is that what I'm talking about, Spirit? I don't know. Oh my God. Let's think about all the, the colors, because we are the crystal children. What is going on, Spirit? It's freaking me out a little bit. Now it says, did I finish it? Now, it says, if you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see the whole new worlds. You'll see that whole new worlds of solutions are available. Remember, look at that front page. I don't know what the front page represent, but that's the card. Now, it says, things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Damn, and before I even read that passage, and she said, Shelly, I want to show you something. Huh. And I'm figuring because she was an Aries, very different. It could be the opposite side of you, but it could be your higher self. I don't know. It's funny that I mentioned she was an Aries. Very different from you. I don't know. Huh. Now, yeah, pay attention to all that. I tell you, I've rambled, but yeah, it might mean something to somebody. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves, because I never say anything like that. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and supports in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. It's something coming. Both of them is a freaking chariot. Not to mention that it could even represent the number 17, the star. We see a number of completion. I don't know, something lit. And look at the freaking rainbow in there. Damn. All right, now let's see what the great servant got to say for you. And it's located with Mars. Let's see. Ruling planet. Let me see. I know you ain't scared of Mars energy, are you? No. You bout it. Let me see. Where is it? I guess so. Where is it? Where you at? The Great Servant is on page 72. And I was paying attention to that 71. Let me see. 72. Now, this is a shadow card. One they may feel confrontational. It says, don't be afraid. It's so funny. I was just asking you, is you afraid of it? It's here to bring you to the surface. Anything that stands in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften. Forgive and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and our soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. And it says we're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. Boy, oh my God. Can we relate? And it's just like, because now that you're awake and woke, it's like ignorance is really bliss. But damn, when you're just aware of it's never ending. I know you feel me. Now it says, if we aren't careful, before long we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, solutions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And I told you I seen that card, the anxiety card. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. I almost want to cry. Now it says, when we hurt, it's normal to close off our hearts to the world, especially with this crazy ass world. And again, I know that we all had different positions in the world, the cards, the dice we've been dealt, the cards we've been dealt. But you'll survive this, boo. Now it says, let the painful experiences confirm the agony of separation in the earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world, finding a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Yeah. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know. Yeah, and you know, the caring connection is always the people that's closest to you. I mean, who else is gonna help hurt you? You know? Yeah. But I do see something coming to a close. Let me see. I see you tapped into your higher self. I see you finding stability. I see you seeing things clearly. Now let's see what this Lost Lands is talking about. I almost wanted to cry a little bit. 90. 90. Transition. It's over. Now it says the world is far more ancient than our own documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. I'm telling you, that Grand Canyon, you know, a lot of things unfolding at this time. Now it says, as we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and the gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an ideal to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideals you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. This is a time. This is a time like no other time before. You know, we all been waiting on Christ to return, and it's here in your mind. Christ consciousness. Now, some think that the lost land exists in the past. Others believe that it exists today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experienced them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exists within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Now you can't tell me that was freaking deep. You can't tell me that wasn't freaking deep. Let me see what the moon say. I don't think I recall what this card say. Let me see. Yeah, because the moon is the high priest, the 8th house. Yeah, something new is coming, boo. Right here with the same freaking energies. And it's telling you, it's something within you. And damn, there you go right there. And there's the ceremony. And there's the ideal. Do you see it? Do you see it? That's that Mars energy bringing in that. Yeah. Your high priestess. Something within you already. This is you. There's the mind. All this, that's 44. North Node. This is just the feminine energy. Working together. That's the other Aries. The mature one. Oh, she about to show you something. And remember that Queen of Wands is Oshun energy. About to show you something you've never seen before. It's going to set your little something on fire. Now, you could like color a lot. Maybe that's why I loved it so much. Because it was all the freaking colors. I don't even have a favorite color. You just take me in the store, and just, you know, and I know that's why they got the colors mapped out like that, baby. I get so indecisive on what I want. I'm not the type of person that got to buy the same thing in the different colors, cause I can't decide which one I like best. And then I don't like everything in the same color. You know, some things look better in certain colors. I don't know what this got to do with anything, but I don't know. Let me see where your heart at. Now it might be from another area. I don't know. I don't know. Now I want to take this one first. Yeah. Damn. 17. Waiting the results and manifesting. The reflection. 1771. You could be saying that. Wow. Change, challenging times. You got your armor. Let me see. Yeah. Share the love and take the lead. Some type of opportunity is beckoning. And look. Oh my God, spirit. 33, master teacher. With your energy right there next. 4. Confront your fears. Right here on Libra, which is the opposition, the truth. He represents your South Node energy. Oh my God. Share the love and take the lead. Oh my goodness. Now I don't know. Damn. Oh, I'm supposed to take one of these. I think I'm gonna take both of them. That was a little much. Oh my God. Wait. Spirit. Wait. All right, let's pull a little bit of tarot. I think I'm gonna pull from these two. I think they want to talk. Yeah, lead with your mind. You got some type of ideal, some type of partnership. Let me see though. Let me pull from these first. I don't know. You know, sometimes when I get the reads like that right there, when you just can't deny it. Sheesh. Now, the Knight of Swords is here. Look like some fast action, you know, some strategy or something like that right there. You know, sometimes, you know, you could be walking away from something. Judgment. I want to say use your best judgment, but you could be calling judgment on something. Knight of Wands and the Moon card. Now you got two knights next to each other. Now this is an action. Both of them is an action, but you know, sometimes they are teenage mentality if they people. And because we got, you know, the Karen connections, the mystery, the 8th house, and the moon. I don't know what you need to do. Now, we don't want to stay in toxic relationships, but nothing is perfect, I want to say. I wish justice showing up here. I don't know why every time I get this awaiting results, I don't think that it's necessarily you, because it's the number 7 as well. It's almost like spirit is waiting on you to do something. Every time I get that card, this is what I get from it. Now, you might be waiting on something. And I do see something coming. But I don't know why I just get the feeling that spirit is waiting on you to do something. Call justice on the moon. Come up out of fear. Grow up already. And that could be for me too. Get you. Let me see. Let me see. Alright. What this fell out? And it fell out in reverse. What is it? The King of Swords. Yeah. Conflict softened into love. You know, it could be an expression. You know, because the King of the Swords, you know, he blocked off in regards to external conflict. He bitter. It's war. And I'm telling you, it's something spirit wants you to do on that behalf. That may be me too. I'm pretty sure it is. I got the confirmation. You know? Trust. Trust is earned. Queen of Cups here. Yeah, I see you softening. Yeah. 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're moving forward mentally. Baby steps, though. Baby steps. You know, just pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. I don't know. I just get the feeling that because we got the community card, and I was telling you earlier about you might want to walk away from something. Could be that. I don't know. I'm just getting the feeling that it could have something to do with neighbors. For some of y'all. Yeah. Came back. 6 of Swords. It could. And then the first message we read out, something that you need to do by yourself. Let me see. 5 of Swords. Surrender. Walking away from deception. It could be your own deception. Share the love. Let me see. What you trying to tell me, Spirit? And you got the 5 of Coins right here. You know, abandonment issues. I don't know. Somebody. I think, of course, you know, Spirit use people. Now I know you might want to do things by yourself. Now I went back to the original message. I know it kind of switched all over the place, but I'm really focused on this waiting results. You got the Queen of Coins and the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Coins sticking out. Now it's taking me back to service. Nine of Wands. Some of y'all teachers, and damn it, don't want to do it. Yeah, see, we got the Wounded Warrior over here. Boundaries. Now, it's good to maintain good boundaries. I ain't telling you to just, you want to, again, trust is earned. This is not nothing that you just give to people. Don't ignore red flags. Exactly. I just want to say, don't let past relationships block you off. Even though 99% of the freaking world is evil, you still gotta believe in that 1%. Yeah, 8 of Wands, communication. 9 to the 8. There's 2 of Wands. There's a choice here. Perspective, worldview, action. Let me see, the Fool. It's like right here at the dice. You need to take a chance on something. I see a manifestation coming. After some loss, there is something sweet coming. And it could be something that you took a chance on. Something you did by yourself. There's a transition. There's a move for some of y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to move already. Let me pay attention to this card over here, and it's the 9. Knight of Coins over here by itself. I forgot to pick up. Yeah, dedication, process, unexpected income. It's moving slow, but it's coming, buddy. Let me see. Four of Wands, 4 of Coins, Knight of Cups. Something coming, bro. Money, celebration, somebody. I don't know. Now all that fell out. Cray. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now all of this did fall in the reverse. Let's see. And it's 3, so we can put it back. The Lovers, the Emperor, and the 9 of Coins. All your energy. 10 of Wands. I think it's coming. I don't think it was supposed to be like that. Let me see. It took. Now we don't take none. Which is the Empress, the Knight of Coins, and the 2 of Coins. Damn, I thought I just said the Knight. I did. Now the Empress, Goddess of the Moon, is here all over again. With awaiting results. Because the Empress in the Moon is Goddess of the Moon. And this Knight of Coins is really giving me procrastination. or something moving slow. In regards to, softening to love, Mars energy, the great servant. Yeah, this discomfort. And the Page of Swords is here. And maybe that's other people's energy. Gossip, rumors, shame. All that's in that card. But it's also innovation, learning something, downloads, Gemini energy. You got to decide which one it is for you. Now, just all this gossip and stuff, that could be your own behavior as well. Remember that. Self-talk. But the Two of Cups and the the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups is here. And it does give me that something is coming into balance. I do see you standing up for yourself, speaking your truth, using your voice. Because the King of Swords is here with that. But I want to pay attention to this right here that's in the middle. Because I do think you're about to get a boatload of ideals. Yeah. But this King of Swords and the Page, and the Knight of Coins. Because the Knight of Coins, he moves slow. Now, you could be waiting on somebody to do something, and you probably tired, and you, fuck, I gotta go. You might be giving somebody their walking papers. Or something. You might hear something. I told you, somebody about to show you something. This is word of mouth. This is ears to the street, to the ground. Rumors. Somebody talking. Yeah. Something's going on. Alright? Four of Coins, Judgment, and the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Right here on the Five of Swords. Now I do see something being a little bittersweet. Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. It's a transition. We're in the year of the 9. That mind, that mental. That yours or somebody else's. We got to get it together. Alright? Alright. Vacation. Love affair right here on the camera. Don't lose your mind. Oh, God. Take time to recharge. You'll survive this. Somebody in a relationship, but I see you overcome it. Yeah. And I told you this childish behavior over here. The wounded warrior as well. Community. Many choices. Look at all your options. Yeah. Right down, waiting of results. And look like you're going to be winning. You're getting your power back. Look like some money coming your way. Don't spend everything at once. Sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Alright? With these lost lands. And look at you. Focus on your needs. Is that not Emperor energy? Power? You have the power to take control over your life, career, and your finances. let's close it out with one of these. And I'm going to go and sulk and cry. Charlie came out earlier today. I think that was from my other channel. And it looked like you got a sister going on here. Kind of look like the same energy right there. Darker. Let's see what darker. Darker. Now I want to read the upright end as well as the reverse, even though it's in the upright end. She's on page 105. 15. Structure, Saturn. Now, let's read the reverse first. Now, it says, perhaps you feel anxious, sad, lost, or confused and could use a bit of strength to power you through this. We see the power, and we see some type of ending. It's time to say goodbye. And it says, just remember that hardships are temporary and an opportunity to develop tenacity. The one thing you can't instantly change are the present thoughts. The rest will shift after that. Repeat the Durga mantra for her beloved guidance. She exists within. Now it says you are exhibiting great strength in the face of things that could make others, including former versions of yourself, crumble. Durga, the warrior goddess, is with you, carrying her bow and arrow, sword, trident, lotus, thunderbolt, golden, discussing conch. I don't know all that stuff. Now it says you are embodying her fierce strength and loving protection. You have overcome major hardships with your willpower and will continue to leap over any challenges that confront you. Call upon this goddess whenever you need an extra ounce of strength. Now I think you got this, boo. It's the same two cards from earlier on my other channel, still right there. Now you might want to go over there, the Kundalini Rising. Some of y'all going through that. And remember, on that channel I read for you as well. The Mermaid Ori, the link is right there in the description box. Right above it. Click on it. You want to go over there and follow all channels. Support, share, like, help your girl. And I'll see you on the next one, boo. But we're going to get through this. Yeah, we're going to get through this. Alright? Keep your mind right. Keep your heart open. And don't let this crazy world beat you down. Stand up for yourself now. Keep your foot on their neck. But just know, it's still 1% out there.